Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Destiny Fulfilled. What is the purpose of this connection? And of course, when we're talking about destiny, a lot of people prefer the word destiny instead of fate because it sounds a little bit better than fate, which is more like, fate, which there's some things in our life that are fate and some things in our life that we choose, I believe anyway. And what do you believe? Drop a comment if you feel inclined, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at what is the purpose of the connection that you're currently in, or that you were in before, or just got out of, or whatever. It could be a romantic connection, it could be a friendship, it could be any type of a connection. Most assuredly though, we will probably go into some romantic connections as well. So I'm really excited. I got some new candles. Maybe you guys can see them here. And I have a Buddha candle, an Archangel Michael candle, and then a really cool coffee smelling candle, which is making me really happy. So we are going to go ahead and get into the piles. I'm super relaxed tonight because I just washed my hair and I had a pretty relaxing evening so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at the piles you have to choose from today. Pile number 1 is the Selenite wand. If you're into pile number 1, you'll choose the Selenite wand. If you're into pile number 2, you'll choose this piece of green fluorite for pile number 2. And if you are into the rainbow aura quartz, you will choose pile number 3 or the rainbow aura quartz. And of course, there will be timestamps in the description box below, which you can check out. Each pile is going to have an extended reading as well. So if you'd like to go deeper into any of the readings, you can check out my Vimeo channel. There'll be a link below in the description box for that. And for those of you that would like to follow me on Instagram or Tik Tok, details for how to do so are in my description box below. And finally, for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, it's a pretty awesome channel and we've got a really good little community going on over there. And yeah, it's really good stuff. So I just did a reading on the new moon in Scorpio. I did a new reading on unleashing your wild genius. So it was definitely a cool reading. So let's go ahead and get into the piles. Everyone, let's just relax. And it's a beautiful Sunday evening. So we're just gonna take it easy tonight on Power Moon Tarot and be chill, chilling like a villain. All right, pile number 1. We are gonna get into pile number 1. So let's go ahead and do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Selenite wand or Selenite stick, and Selenite, of course, resonates with the energy of the angels. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for being here with me tonight. We just had daylight savings in the US and it is getting dark a lot earlier. So thank you for being with me on this dark night in Scorpio season, pile number 1. And we are gonna go ahead and get into it. The reading today is called Destiny Fulfilled. What is the purpose of this connection? We are gonna look at it, pile number 1. And for those of you that would like to go deeper with me, you can follow this reading you can follow the link in my description box below to my Vimeo channel, which will take you directly there where you can watch pile number 1 for this video. Thank you so much, and let's channel it in. Spirits, angels, and beautiful guides, please connect with me tonight and help me see the connection between pile number 1 and their destiny, and what is the purpose of this connection. All right, pile number 1, let's go ahead and do it. Spirit just whispered the name Steph to me, Steph or Stephanie, or names that start with an S, first name or last name. So if that is you, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If it isn't you, we're gonna get into a lot more stuff. Spirit also just gave me corn. Maybe some of you are thinking about making something with corn in it. I was thinking about cornbread the other day and I was like, damn, I want some cornbread. But I've been trying to eat gluten-free, pile number 1. So maybe some of you are planning your Thanksgiving meals already at this point and are thinking about corn. Okay, corn on the cob, pile number 1. Maybe some 4 cups is on the bottom of the deck. Maybe someone wants corn, but you don't want it. Or maybe you have a child and you want to serve corn, but they don't want it. Interesting. Okay, pile number 1. Let's go ahead and get into your beautiful messages. Okay, Spirit also gave me the word bracelet. Is talking to me about a bracelet, like a silver bracelet with a heart on the end of it, or it has a heart charm on it, or someone who is wearing a silver bracelet, okay? They're also showing me a silver watch, kind of a thin one, a thin silver watch. Okay, pile number 1, let's go ahead and get into it. It's 7 p.m. where I'm at. It's 7:05 here. What time is it where you're at? Let's do it, pile number 1. What is the purpose of this connection? All right, I'm sorry, pile number 1. I'm getting the M names too, like Matt or Matthew or M names. So I'm getting S and M names so far. Let's go ahead and see what is the purpose here. We have chased. What are you running away from? What is making you feel overwhelmed? What are you afraid of or unwilling to face? Okay, and we see the wolf here howling at the moon on a very stormy night by the ocean. And it's kind of, the rocks in the background are kind of reminding me of Easter Island, you know, where they have the Morai or those statues on Easter Island. For those of you, have you ever been there, pile number 1? Have you had dreams about those statues, the Morai on Easter Island? Very interesting, but Spirit is talking about dreams here too. Maybe some of you have been having dreams that you've been getting chased, or that you're feeling just very overwhelmed about something in your life, about something going wrong. All right, or something that could possibly go wrong. And I see like an egg cooking as well. An egg that, you know, when you just crack, I forget what you call it, when you just crack the egg and you let it cook and it's runny, it's a runny yolk. All right, but I'm seeing one of those. Is it like sunny side up or something like that, pile number 1? Maybe Spirit talking about sunny side up. So possibly you've been being a bit not really having faith in the connection that you have with someone here too, or you're just feeling overwhelmed with your feelings. We have frog spirit, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Yeah, sunny side up, right? The egg cooking sunny side up. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. Frog energy can also talk about where we need to detox. Like some frogs are actually poisonous. And yeah, and it can feel like something within us can feel kind of toxic, or waiting or nervous, and holding on to something like for dear life, because we're a little bit nervous if we move too much that something is going to change. But Spirit is saying, let go of the past and embrace change. Pile number 1. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So, you know, it looks like somebody has come to see you, pile number 1, or somebody wants to show up for you, but you're like, I don't know. Is this right? Am I sure? How do I feel about this? I don't really know. I'm not sure if this person's really going to show up or how I really feel. But this King of Pentacles is wondering what's going on with you, pile number 1. If you've been feeling very overwhelmed lately and just a lot of stuff that you've been thinking about from the past when things didn't go as you had planned. So the King of Pentacles in the tarot is Virgo, but it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or sign. We have Saturn and the truth. Okay, so the purpose of this connection, pile number one, part of it is to show you the truth. To show you the truth of who you are, and like you don't have to hide who you are, pile number one. And it's also here to show you the truth about the past and help you embrace any opportunities that are close at hand, right? It's here to help you face the truth, or Saturn energy. We have the 5th house and passion. So this connection is showing you about, how you are when you are getting to know someone in the beginning phases, when everything is very passionate and fun and exciting, and then things can get heavy and overwhelming, and it's like, where did the passion and the pleasure and the parties and the romance go, right? And maybe some of you guys need to have a bit more fun. And this connection is showing you where you can have more fun and where you can be more uplifted and be more passionate, okay? The energy of the 5th house is associated with the sun, or you could even say Leo, although we do our best not to associate houses with signs, but just for ease here, we have Saturn and the 5th house. So I feel like Spirit is telling me, well, I met you in the summer. Do you guys know that song? Well, I met you in the summer. You know that song? So some of you guys could have met this person during the summertime, or or something really was passionate during the summertime. We have the dragonfly, be lighthearted, things coming to light, adapting, changing, and healing. Okay, so things have been heavy, obviously, with Saturn, and the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off, right? Gloria Steinem said that, I believe, and I've always remembered that quote. Some of you guys may have a lot of planets in the 6th house or Saturn in the 6th house, but talking about, the truth, but also like, where can you be more lighthearted? And when things are coming out to light, or when you are finding out certain things, trying to be lighthearted, trying not to get completely pulled down in that. We have the hammer. And I feel like this connection is showing you where things have been repetitive in your life. And just when things start to look up or feel good, it's like something comes along and ruins it for you, pile number one. And maybe it's because you learned the truth about someone and you feel pretty upset about it or pretty down about it, okay? And the purpose of this connection showing you how to let go of that feeling of the shoe always being ready to drop. You know how the expression goes, waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I feel like it's because in the past, pile number one, you've been very hopeful or very excited or very passionate about something, only to have your dreams squashed, only to have something that you were really looking forward to, like, destroyed, okay? And I feel like this person, we're going to get more information about this person and what's going on. But with the King of Pentacles, I do feel like they're trying to show up here, pile number one. But we're going to get more information about this. We have rose quartz and love. Yeah, so I do feel like this person is trying to show up, in the spirit of love. But for some reason, pile number one, I feel like you're doubting it. It's like you're doubting something. All right, pile number one. And maybe you've doubted things in the past as well. And maybe you weren't originally like that. Maybe you were very lighthearted, but then things came to light about certain people in your life. Here's the Capricorn energy. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. All right, I'm thinking of my beautiful people who are watching this reading right now, who maybe just went through Saturn's in Aquarius now, but Saturn was in Capricorn for a while. For those of you that went through your Saturn return, or you had an aspect coming up, like, you know, Saturn on your sun if you're a Capricorn, or maybe you had, maybe you have your sun in Cancer and the Saturn and Capricorn was opposing your sun. But I definitely feel like some of you guys have been through quite a tough cycle. And, you know, what you need right now is love and passion. But I also feel like you don't want to be duped, pile number one. You want someone who can really show up in good faith here. We have Mother Earth, grounding, and support. Okay. So showing about how like things can be passionate and fun and exciting and lighthearted, but also grounded in reality at the same time. And maybe that was what was hard for you before, pile number one, and you took some knocks. You know, you took some knocks. You went to the school of hard knocks, it looks like, a little bit here when it comes to love, or not even just in love, but overall in connections that you've been through. It's like you've taken some hits, pile number one. You've taken some knocks, and you know, Spirit trying to talk about, you know, passion, sexual energy, having a good time with someone, right? And then it's like the bottom falls out. And where you guys are at right now is, I feel like, wanting like mature, stable connection and wanting to bring the end to this tough cycle. And I feel like, you know, the purpose of this connection, pile number one, is to bring an end to this tough cycle. Now, some of you may be in this tough cycle with this person, or you just finished it, okay? Because everyone's going to be at different places as it's a general reading, but you know, discern where you're at. Are you, you know, have you already got to the end of that tough cycle and this person is here to renew your faith in love and passion and connection? Or did you just leave something that made you realize a lot of truths about what it is that you need? Pile number one, we have prosperity here. Oh, and look, the frog is prosperity too. We have two messages of prosperity. And I feel like for some of you guys with this hammer, you're really working on it. You're really working on grounding yourself in reality, facing the truth, being abundant, making sure the proper foundation is there. And I'm sure that this connection really showed you that, you know, it takes a while to work on things, you know, and patience. And we have to be patient. We have to be careful. We have to take our time, right? The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, and soul and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides, okay? So talking about the energy of prosperity and being more lighthearted, as some of you guys maybe just need a hand as well, because being very overwhelmed with what's been going on. Maybe you guys have been working a lot or things have been very serious. But how about having some fun, but some grounded fun? Pile number one, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn energy. Four of Pentacles is the Lord of Power, okay? And then we have the Hanged One, the Spirit of the Mighty Waters, okay? And yeah, okay, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles, or gain. So, you know, definitely talking about prosperity. Like, you know, I feel like this connection taught you guys, if you work really hard and you're persistent with what you want, you will get it, okay? And you know, you've been very you know, maybe you haven't been wanting to face the truth about this connection at times, pile number one. You've just, you know, maybe you've wanted to be more lighthearted about it, but at the same time, things are coming to light in the connection that are causing you to adapt the way you see things, the way you see the truth, the way that you're changing and healing and growing in your life, okay? And I feel like some of you may have been a bit stuck before and maybe hiding your potential in a way, pile number one. And I feel like this connection had a way of pulling you out of like being very stuck or not making any changes, not making any moves towards your own prosperity, to your dreams, to your goals, to what you want to do in life. And sometimes relationships, sometimes love can, sometimes we go through a challenging time where someone is withholding love from us, and it teaches us to stand on our own and to be super prosperous and to be very dutiful on our own accord, okay? And we bounce back like even brighter, shining even stronger, shining even better than before. And in other cases, sometimes love helps teach us our value, whether it's self-love, whether it's love from, family or friends, or a romantic partner who shows up for us, makes us feel like we can really stop holding back and we can be more productive in our daily lives, okay? And so what side is it for you, pile number one? Which side are you coming from here? I feel like, this connection taught you about your own power and the need to connect, both emotionally and on a practical, solid, grounded kind of a way too. And it really taught you about your personal power and what you can really do once you commit to it, pile number one. And I do think there really is an energy of persistently working on something really hard and getting the job done, okay, pile number one. Maybe some of you have been working on how you see yourself in the way of prosperity and in the way of like, I'm a person of value and I deserve to be with someone who treats me that way, okay? Really finding your own personal power and not settling for less, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Let's ask the tarot cards now. Pile number one. Let's see, what was the purpose of this connection? What was the purpose of this, or what is the purpose of this connection? What is the purpose of this connection for pile number one, please, Spirit? What is the purpose of this connection? I almost said, what was the purpose of this connection? So for those of you that are asking about a connection that's already come and gone, this person could have been, kind of withholding from you at times, or being very, or not providing the support that you needed. And really it taught you to go after what you want and to build a strong foundation for yourself and to rediscover your passion, okay? Maybe some of you for work or for what it is that you want to do, or art, etc., okay? So for those of you where this connection is in the past, I feel that may have been the purpose of this connection, okay? The Knight of Pentacles, what is the purpose of this connection? Patience, perseverance, slowing down, being resilient, right? Committing to something. We have the Queen of Wands. So I also feel like for those of you that, as far as improving your confidence and improving your self-worth and showing you what you can really do when you set your mind to it, when you have a goal, how much you can accomplish and get done, okay? The Knight of Pentacles in the tarot is a Taurus, and the Queen of Wands is an Aries, okay? So that could be, we could have Taurus or Aries energy here. I also always feel like the Queen of Wands is a Leo, and I did mention Leo energy earlier too. We could have Taurus and Leo energy here, Virgo or Leo energy here, but this connection really teaching you about your own self-worth and your own ability to achieve and grow in what you're doing and to be super persistent with what you're working on, okay? And yeah, and to not hold back, the Eight of Wands, okay? This energy of being super swift and getting the message across, and also being truthful with the way, again, with this message of truth, okay, and Saturn energy and this message of truth. It's so important that you speak your truth, pile number one, and that you don't hold back when it comes to that, all right? And that you don't put things off for too long either, that you just get started and get to work on something. Let's see what else. What was the purpose? Ace of Cups. Okay, and the Fool is on the bottom of the deck. So this connection really resets a cycle for you. I feel pile number one. It really like starts an entirely new cycle for you, and it brings you closer to your goal of finding love and happiness and a strong, stable, grounded connection. Now, this connection, this person may have never, for some of you where this connection is past, this connection may have never come into fruition. You know, this person could have really been holding back, or maybe you were holding back. Maybe you were feeling overwhelmed, all right? Someone in the connection was feeling overwhelmed and wasn't really like putting things out there. Like they were holding back and they were not putting things out there. So someone had to learn to be really independent and forge their own way and find their own pathway to prosperity, self-confidence, and just saying, fuck it, you know what? I'm just gonna go and do it on my own then. I'm just gonna go, like I'm a prize and I'm beautiful, and I'm not just gonna sit around and wait for this anymore. There's other things I could be doing, right? And I love that quote about getting productively selfish. I forgot who said it, but there's a quote about, you know, getting productively selfish. And I feel like, you know, this connection is pushing you faster, okay? Because the Eight of Wands is all about swift movement and motion. There's no people on this card. It's just arrows flinging through the air, okay? So it's like this connection, even if it never really panned out, or even if it's really moving very slowly, and it's kind of like going nowhere quick, and it's not really panning out the way that you thought it would, pile number one, I feel like this connection is quickly, because it's pushing you to be your best self in a way, and be your best, most confident self, and to face the truth, all right, about things in your life. And I think it is like, you know how you see those pole vaulters when they can like pole vault over a very high, you know, a very high like threshold. I feel like that's what you're doing, pile number one. And I'm not trying to give this person credit for your evolution in any way. I think, you know, the Eight of Wands can be very random. It's just how it works out has a way of bringing you into excitement and new love and new possibilities in a really passionate, grounded connection, okay? And some of you are like, it's not true. It's not possible. Possible. And I don't know why I said possible. Here's my hair tie, pile number one. Is that French? Possible? It's not possible, Natalie. It is though. It is, okay? And it's like you pole vault over something that had been nagging at you or holding you back for a long time, and it closes a very difficult cycle of just waiting for something to show up, pile number one, and instead it brings you to this Fool. It brings you to zero, number zero. It brings you back to the beginning, and look what you get right after that. The King of Cups, okay? The King of Cups could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but it brings you, you know, someone who's emotionally available. Holla fucking you, pile number one. It brings you somebody who's emotionally available, somebody who knows how to give and receive in equal measure, temperance, and okay. And some of you, justice coming up here, some of you may meet someone in the future here that you may end up marrying or with for the long term, okay? So the energy is finally balanced, and I think, you know, this connection is bringing you this King of Cups where things are easier, okay? And the vibe is easier, and it doesn't feel like we're trying to force something from two people who, I mean, I feel like there's just this big wave of kind of misunderstanding between you two with this Hangman. You and this person are actually not that different, pile number one. It's just that the connection is, it's like, you know, water is a great conductor of energy, the Hangman, but it's like the Hangman is dividing you two, like something divides you both spiritually here, and you're facing in another direction and they're not moving. So I think at the end of the day, you know, this connection ultimately brings you in faster to the one to love. It brings you faster to health and to well-being. It brings you faster, it catapults you into a better situation and into a new start. Okay, pile number one, which is great. That is amazing, pile number one. And if you want to get, so we're going to go into the extended reading next. If you want to follow me to my Vimeo channel, if you'd like to get some more messages from this person and you'd like to get some more information on this reading in general, my pile number ones, you can go ahead and follow me to the extended reading. Link will be in the description box below. I hope that that reading was illuminating for you, my pile number ones, and I hope to see you again real soon. Take care. Let's go ahead and move into pile number two. Pile number two. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the green fluorite, and today's reading is called throat chakra moment. Today's reading is called Destiny Fulfilled. What is the purpose of this connection? Okay, so we're going to look at how this connection is bringing you closer to your destiny, towards your fate, and what has been the purpose of this connection in your life. Pile number two, it's a pretty deep question, you know, and we're going to have like a 20 to 25 minute reading on this. So of course, you know, we could always go deeper. There's always room for more, but we're going to cover what we can here. For those of you that would like to go to my extended reading for this video as well, you can click the link below to go to my Vimeo channel and go deeper into this reading. So let's go ahead and channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to my beautiful pile number twos today and let me know what is the purpose of this connection, please, Spirit. Spirit is showing me grape, either like grape as in a flavor or the color purple or the smell of the grape smell. Okay, what else, Spirit? They're giving me a name that starts with a J, like Jen, Jenny, Jennifer, Jenna. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else do you need to give to me? They're also giving me the name like Mickey or Michaela or Mick or somebody who goes by that. What else, Spirit? Roller coasters, okay? They're showing me roller coasters. So maybe you talked about this recently, or you watched videos on it, or you saw one, or you went to one, or you and your person had a conversation about roller coasters, or you feel like you've been on a roller coaster in this connection. Let's see. Exciting and thrilling, but also anxiety producing, pile number two. Let's see what else, Spirit. Okay, Spirit is giving me the energy of someone brushing their hair or combing their hair, or detangling their hair. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so maybe some of you got a detangler recently or some type of new product for your hair, my beautiful pile number twos. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, also Spirit is giving me Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai. Do you guys know the singer Jamiroquai? Do you remember that singer? Cosmic something. I forget the name of his most like famous song. I think he was a Gemini. Cosmic something, okay? But let's go ahead, my beautiful cosmic love, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and see Destiny Fulfilled. What is the purpose of this connection? That Jamiroquai song, Future, da-na-na, wide open. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Oh my God, flying and falling. Talk about a fucking roller coaster, pile number 2. What do you need to be free of? Are you ready to take risks and fly solo? What do you need to feel empowered? So yeah, I feel like your guys' future is rushing at you here. It reminds me of the Fool, you know, like she looks, in fact, she already stepped off the cliff, you know. It's like that space between the Fool and the Magician. It's like praying for good news, you know what I'm saying, pile number 2, but yeah, and I like the black dress she's wearing too. It's pretty cool. Somebody here could have a really interesting, cool silver belt with like diamond studs on it or something, or you know, what shiny studs on it or something. But I feel like, you know, her arms are wide open. With arms wide open, pile number 2, flying and falling. It's like falling. All right. Woo. It's it's a roller coaster. We have White Stag and Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic, pile number 2. How fucking exciting. All right. And I feel like a lot of people may try to kind of, this is going to sound weird, pile number 2. And if this doesn't resonate with you, just skip this part of the reading. And if it freaks you out, then just be like, whatever, Natalie, and wait for me to move on to the next card. But I feel like sometimes you guys may feel like you're very open channels, and there may be like spirits trying to reach you at times. There may be entities trying to reach you. There may be people that need you or want you, or people that are very needy or boundary crossing at times, or just people that constantly need you, pile number 2. But sometimes like you need like rest and protection, and you need someone to talk to, and you need someone to be there for you. And I feel like this person is kind of already coming through as a protector, pile number 2, but let's see what else we have here. We have the 8 of Wands. You just lay back and relax and throw those titties in the air, and I'll just be right here. And I feel like this person, oh, and there's the grapes. He's putting the grape in her face so that she can eat it, like feeding her in bed, which is so crazy, right? Because I was mentioning grapes at the beginning of your reading. And talk about the future and the ladder and all of that. But I feel like this person is like flexing their muscle or their bicep. And I can see it in the picture here. And they're like, I've got you. I've got you. Just, you know, this person's like, you know, when like soldiers would be at war and then one would stay awake at night and like watch the perimeter so that nobody gets taken by surprise. I feel like this person, I feel we'll see what else comes up in this reading, pile number 2, but I definitely feel like this person's like, I got you. They're very active as far as this energy of protecting you. We have Uranus and Genius, pile number 2. So you need to be free to be yourself and explore and, you know, awaken to what's inside of you. And you need time, space, and energy to do that. But if people are draining you, if people are, you know, making you feel very tired, I feel like you guys definitely draw on the energy of the planetary cycles. The planetary cycles may impact you a great deal. And I feel like you need, you know, some of you may be a life path number 9 because 9 is on here as well. but I'm also seeing a 4 here in the corner. Someone may have a birthday in the 4th month, or your birthday adds up to the number 4. What else? I'm seeing the initials JD here, J and D, and H and N. J and D and H and N. I'm also seeing this sign. It looks like a Leo or Scorpio, okay? But someone may have Uranus and Scorpio. But yeah, I think that you guys are drawing on some very intense energy, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And some of you may have a hard time sleeping at night too, because you're very active spiritually at night, or just because you have a lot of energy going through you. Some of you may be kind of feeling insomnia at times and maybe kind of tired because, you know, talking about that energy of being on a roller coaster, right? It's like, it's a lot of energy, okay? And I feel like this person is saying, you know, I got you. We have Pluto and transformation, talking about personal power, raw instinct, okay? And I feel like this is what you're going through right now, pile number 2, is you're really living in that moment of being in raw instinct and intensity, you know, and clearing a ton of energy, you know, clearing ancestral trauma, like, you know, and the vultures here on top of this card, right? The vultures are also a symbol of protection. I did a reading on my other channel about about messages from the vulture spirits. For those of you that would like to check that out, you can definitely, there's a link in my description box to my other channel. But vultures, I see the vultures here, and there are 3 of them, okay? And yeah, I definitely feel like this person is coming through as a protective energy so far here, pile number 2, as you are going through a very volatile time of ups and downs, or dealing with energy that can be very erratic and change at a dime, okay? And yeah, going through big time changes, going through, you know, major soul retrievals, right? They have the volcano erupting here. You know, it's like just being thrust out of the volcano, and yeah, having to really draw on your inner resources here to keep moving forward, even in the face of fear. I feel like pile number 2. We have the chaser. Okay, so also Pluto can have to do with abandonment, and can have to do with feeling alone, or, well, feeling lost is more like Neptune, but Pluto can definitely have to do with fears, and fear of abandonment, or fear of someone, you know, and that can create a lot of anxiety, pile number 2. So maybe some of you are dealing with this right now, and maybe in the past you've really had to chase, you know, and you've really had to chase someone that you're with, or you found yourself in situations with runner chaser type of vibes. And I feel like with Pluto here, this whole dynamic is changing for you in a major, major way, okay? Some of you have struggled with codependency in relationships, chasing others, runner chaser vibe. I feel like Spirit really, this person here is also to help you transform that energy. We have separation, okay? So some of you guys maybe here in the past being really afraid of, you know, of separation, or not being with this person. And, you know, this talks about being unsure of the future too, as well. So separation doesn't have to be like, oh, you've ended the relationship. It can just be like, you know, you don't live in the same place, or you can't be together all the time, because it also says missing you and thinking about you and yearning for you, and being unsure of the future, okay? And maybe some of you guys, this feeling of letting go of control and being unsure of the future and not sure what the future is going to bring, and could possibly be giving you a lot of anxiety. Maybe some of you are having Uranus transits. Uranus is currently in Taurus. I think it's about 13 or 14 degrees Taurus right now. If you have fixed signs, meaning Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, or Taurus, like, you're going to be getting hit by this Uranus energy big time. And that's where we just have to free ball it. You know, it's like free falling, like Tom Petty's song, Free Falling. So if you've never heard that song before, pile number 2, I do recommend you listen to it. It's called Free Falling by Tom Petty. So, you know, in the past, if you've really gotten anxious or worried about abandonment, or you've chased after someone even when they've needed some space or some time or some distance, pile number 2, or there's been times when you've needed space or time or distance and someone is kind of chasing after you. With the energy of Uranus, we're talking about emotional freedom, okay? Or freedom in general. But with Pluto here, I definitely feel like the energy of emotional freedom. Uranus brings us that sense of emotional freedom. It can also feel like where we're free falling, you know, where we're just falling and falling and falling, and we don't know where we're gonna land. We have Iris and a line, okay? So this person is also in your life on a spiritual level to, again, with this 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands showed up in pile number 1 too, with this 8 of Wands and a line to align you in a much faster, like more swift way to your future. Pile number 2, especially with Uranus and Genius. Uranus also representing the future and where things are changing and transforming rapidly. You have two huge energies here. And we could have Aquarius and Scorpio energy here. We could also have Sagittarius energy here with the 8 of Wands. But I feel like, you know, this person is swiftly helping you to align, all right, to your future here. You are very close to achieving your goal. Gibbonus moon. Okay. Some of you guys really looking for that moment where it's like, things are different and this is amazing and I feel supercharged, okay? And yeah, I feel like this person is assisting you to kind of change here right now, pile number 2. We have the ancestors. I did mention the ancestors or spirits trying to reach out to you. There's a line of spirits here, pile number 2. Look at them. There's a line of spirits. But they're not here to take from you. They're not here to like draw on your energy in a negative way. They're here to express their appreciation and healing. Some of you may be clearing ancestral trauma right now, and you may be really like free falling into your destiny. And I feel like your ancestors are lined up here behind you, pile number 2, to say good job. Like, you're doing really, really well. We can't thank you enough. Okay. And we have authenticity. Okay. So this connection is helping to bring you into your authenticity and into your genius and help to align you to a faster timeline, pile number 2, and to stop chasing things that, you know, no longer serve you, right? And also, you know, to get comfortable with uncertainty, I feel like. And for those of us that are control freaks, I can resonate with that, pile number 2. Or for those of us who hate that feeling of uncertainty, I mean, it's an amazing, exciting place to be, but it also is like riding, you know, it's tough. It's like riding a lightning bolt. It ain't easy, okay? The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others and as well with ourselves. Okay, so this connection teaching you to be even honest with yourself about what it is that you truly want in your life, pile number 2, which is good. We have the 8 of Cups here We have the Tower. Damn, pile number 2. Okay, so for those of you where this connection is past and you've separated from this person, and we have 2 8s here, which is very interesting. All right, we have 2 8s and then the Tower, and the 8 in the major arcana is the Strength card. Okay, so 2 different kinds of strength here. The strength with the 8 of Cups to walk away even if it hurts, even if it's hard, okay? And also, the 8 of Cups, it does have to do with feeling, it's Saturn and Pisces, so it has to do with feeling lost in the world, or feeling lost or abandoned, or heading out into the unknown. Now, that can be very exciting, or it can be very traumatic, you know? And I feel like you guys are in this time in your life where you are heading into the unknown, okay? Into the great wide open. A rebel without a clue, okay? The great wide open. That's the Tom Petty song. Yeah, into the great wide open, pile number 2. And with the Tower here, it's, again, it's Mars is the ruler of the Tower, but a lot of people also associate it with Uranus because of the lightning bolt that strikes the top of the Tower. You know, there's no doors to get out of the Tower. You know, there's just windows that are on fire and the top that's exploding, okay? There's no way to get out of it except to free falling, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, I'm free falling, and the whole thing is here. Maybe some of you guys have even had dreams where you've been falling, and that can be very scary as well. Yeah, you know, especially like if you're kind of afraid of heights and things like that. Pile number 2. But talk about erratic energy that's like a lightning bolt, that's like a sudden shift or change. And if you're kind of a control freak and you like to be the one to say whether you're coming or going, the Tower can feel very, very, very intense, right? But it strips you down in a way. Here's the other 8 in your reading. It strips you down to the bare necessities. I only need my tool, my bench, and the clothes that I'm wearing on my body. That's all I need. I need space where I can do my work and focus and get determined and just let go of any distractions, okay? And I feel like for some of you, this connection is having a way to help you channel the purity of your genius. Okay, and some of you may be learning something new right now, or you may have just learned something new and now you're applying it. And this connection is kind of showing you where you can be top notch in what it is that you're working on, and how you can keep at it, even if the lightning bolts are flying at your head, even if the Uranian lightning bolts are flying at your head, you can still keep at it, okay? And I feel like this connection has also taught you like not to chase after things that are just no longer supposed to be a part of your life for whatever reason, pile number 2, and teaching you how to get more focused on what it is that you really are here to do. All right, and it's interesting because we have the 8 of Wands here, and we have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. All right, so yeah, the only thing we're missing is the 8 of Swords. And that's fine that it's not here, because I don't feel like you guys are confused about what it is that you need to do. I feel like you know what you need to do at this point. It's just a matter of letting go and releasing. And I don't necessarily mean for all of you letting go of this person. You know, it depends on where you're at. I feel like some of you are letting go of, you know, separation, abandonment, anxiety around, you know, things changing or things being, you know, uncertain, okay? This connection is helping you to align yourself in the present moment to what it is that you are authentically wanting to work on and do, okay? And it's helping you strip down the things that don't matter, or just emotions that are no longer relevant for you, or things that would have really sent you down a tornado in the past that no longer do, because it's like, okay, I only need what's essential at this point, and that's it, okay? And I feel like this connection has a way of aligning you to just your authentic genius, pile number 2, okay? Which is really, really cool, okay? And for those of you where you are in this connection and things are going really, really well, I feel like this person connects you to this wild unknown part of yourself, so that you can, and this is applicable to those who this person is in your past and currently with you. This person is connecting you to the wild unknown part of you within yourself that is bringing out your genius, okay? And and it's also helping you to release like old patterns within your family line of trauma and anxiety and control, and just letting you live in the moment, pile number 2, okay? So very interesting energy, my friends. Let's go ahead and see. This connection teaching you how to keep your focus, even in times where you may be questioning where things are heading, all right? So what is the purpose of this connection, Spirit? We have the 7 of Pentacles, and here her basket really is still empty, and she's patiently waiting. The pentacles are on the tree, and she's ready to pick the harvest. But, and maybe she already picked a harvest in the 6 of Pentacles, and now she's waiting for the next harvest. But there's an energy of having to be patient and work hard, okay, and be disciplined. So this connection teaching you to work hard and be disciplined and to have faith in what you're doing, okay? And interesting, we have the 7 of Pentacles and then the 8 of Pentacles here. So what is the purpose of this connection for my beautiful? It's bringing you out of the 7 of Pentacles into the 8 for sure. Here's the 7 of Wands. Interesting, we have 2 8s and 2 7s. So 7-7 energy here. And I feel like this connection, well, the 7s, of course, I'll go back to the Chariot. The 7 of Pentacles is where things are not really moving forward. And the 7 of Wands is where things are moving forward, but we are having a hard time holding our ground, or we're feeling very defensive, right? So yeah, it's like either it's feast or famine. You know what they say, pile number 2? It's like either we have a lot of get up and go, or we're just like, yeah, I'll just wait a little bit longer here, okay? So kind of getting you out of this 7 energy and putting you into the energy of action in the number 8. We have, here's the 8 of Wands. Oh my God. Putting you into the action of the 8s. There it is, the 8 of Wands, okay? The Chariot wants to go, and you want to go, and it's time, right? And, ooh, look, there I see the centaur firing the arrow. We can definitely have Sagittarius energy in this pile. And I think it's also, I see this centaur shooting an arrow at this sense of things are not going anywhere, they're not moving, and people are against me and don't want to see me succeed, okay? Or don't want to see me thrive. And I feel like this centaur is shooting an arrow at that and is like, we're doing it anyway, okay? For those of you that feel like this person is a protector as well, so that you can work and so that you don't feel lost, I do feel for some of you that is true here. Okay, it's just, You know, there is this whole thing of transforming patterns of anxiety around abandonment and things like that too. Pile number 2, all right? So let's see what else. Let's see what else. What is the purpose? We have faith. Absolutely. There's the Hierophant and faith. And it's so interesting because we could have, I am seeing a Taurus here on this 8 of Wands as well. I feel like I see the outline of a bowl. So we could have, and faith, of course, is the Hierophant. So we definitely could have Sagittarius and Taurus energy here. But this person, I feel like you guys are like, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, you know? And I understand pile number 2. I understand the way you're thinking about that. But I also feel like the Hierophant, like this person is teaching you to have faith in yourself and achieving your goals and sticking to things and, you know, not letting things get you down. Even if one day things are not going as well, or even if you feel like people are out to get you, I feel like this person coming through, you know, to listen, because the Hierophant is Taurus energy. It also has to do with listening and being patient, patiently listening to someone. And the 8 of Wands with the Hierophant, like being able to get things off your chest and have someone listen to you so that you can clear your energy, pile number 2, to achieve your goals, okay? One more for my pile number 2s about what is the purpose of this connection. The Emperor, yes. Okay. And yeah, I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands, 6 of Wands, being super confident about what you're working on and creating, not holding back. Pile number 2. And with the Emperor here, again, this energy of protector, okay? And if you don't feel like this person is a protector, pile number 2, and you're like, they're already out of my life, or maybe at the time they felt like a protector, I do feel like there was something about this connection that cast a protective energy. We could have an Aries here as well with the Emperor, but I feel like this person, I've got to say, I'm feeling the energy of a protector. I'm also seeing the letter A here. And Spirit is also telling me Serapis Bay. For those of you that connect with the energy of Serapis Bay as an ascended master, I'm bringing that through for you. And I feel like this protector energy, and if it's not, this person wasn't protecting you and they left you and they made you deal with a lot of anxiety and they put you into this energy of free falling and being on your own and having to face things. The Emperor energy coming through is your ancestors who already showed up in your reading here, okay? Your ancestors, and also a very powerful guide like an ascended master such as Serapis Bay, okay? But I also feel like with the Emperor, the energy to withstand anything, you know, is what you've also learned about pile number 2. Like, I can withstand anything, even the worst, like I'm still standing. You know, there's a song called I'm Still Standing, whoa, right? So, okay, pile number 2, that is what I'm getting for you as far as the purpose of this connection. And if you would like to go deeper into this message and get some messages from this person to you, pile number 2, or about this connection, you can follow me to the extended reading. Please go to the link in my description box below. If you'd like to hit the extended reading, just make sure you choose pile number 2. Thank you so much, pile number 2, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rainbow Aura Quartz, and today's reading is called Destiny Fulfilled. What is the purpose of this connection? And we've got some really interesting, pile number 1 and pile number 2 are pretty interesting, and the readings are going very deep tonight. And Spirit is not sparing us. They're putting everything in our face right now. Pile number 3. So get ready. And we are going to go ahead and get into it. For those of you that would like to go deeper into this reading, you can follow me via the link in my description box below to the extended reading. Let's go ahead and channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, and beautiful guides, please connect us to the loving energy of my pile number 3s and connect me to this connection as well, Spirit, and show me what is the purpose of this connection. Okay, Spirit just gave me the word piano, so maybe someone here played piano when they were younger, or this person plays piano or plays some type of a musical instrument. And Spirit is also showing me a black and white checkered floor. To me, that just reminds me of the Akashic Records. For those of you that have visited the Akashic Records before, you may remember it as a black and white checkered floor. Maybe you played there as a child. I know I did. Let's see what else we can get. Spirit is also giving me a marigold or a flower. Okay, I feel like somebody could have a tattoo of a flower on the inside of their wrist or ankle or somewhere like discreet on their body, like a small one. And I'm also getting marigold for those of you that like marigolds. And maybe your name, like, does someone name mean marigold, or someone name starts with M-A, etc.? Let's see what else Spirit will give me. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer. All right. Or some of you in pile number 3, are you trying to sleep? Are you counting sheep? What are you doing, pile number 3? Are you playing drinking games? Are you trying to be sober? What are you doing, pile number 3? What's going on? Leave me a comment in the description box. All right. I also feel the name Brad coming through, which is like an older name. Maybe some of you have a father with that name, or an uncle or a brother, or just the B names in general. Okay. So thank you so much, my beautiful pile number 3s. I'm also getting the name Celeste. Celestia. Is that a name? Celestia or Celeste? Okay. So, ooh, there's the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. My beautiful pile number 3s talk about fate and destiny, all up in your reading already. So let's go ahead and see what was the purpose of this connection. We have vehicles and car. Do you know what direction you want to go in life? Do you feel in control of your life plans? Do you represent the car model in your dream? All right, maybe some of you have been dreaming about a car recently, or being on a bus or a car. I'm seeing the number 33 and the number 35, somebody that may be your age. I'm also seeing EP here, the initials EP, or maybe someone is putting out an EP or has an EP, which is like a record. Someone here could like vintage cars as well, I feel like, or that kind of style, like that pinup kind of style, which is super cool. Yeah, so vehicles and car. I feel like this is card 20, so some people here there could be a big age difference here with you and this person. Did someone dream about going to Paris? Because I see the Arc de Triomphe here in the background. Or dreams about going to Paris. I know I mentioned that before in another video, but I'm seeing it here, so I have to tell you. Does some of you, is your worst fear getting stuck in an elevator? I just have to say that. Okay, too. Getting stuck in an elevator, right? Like, claustrophobic. I can't get out. I can't leave. Where am I going? Where am I headed? All right, so some of you questioning that in your life right now, maybe like, where am I going? Where am I headed? And this connection further refining that, okay? I feel like I'm seeing the Eye of Ra right now for those of you that resonate with that energy. We have pronghorn and action. Now is the time to act. Yeah, vehicle and car also reminds me of the Chariot in the tarot. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle of things. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. All right, quick wit, keen senses. Some of you guys may have, a strong Mercury in your chart. You may be Geminis or Virgos, or you're an air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, having that very quick wit and keen senses. Keen senses reminds me of psychic senses, right? I feel like you guys are both strong right and left brain, good analytical mind, and strong psychic mind as well, which is a fabulous combination. It's a fabulous conversation, pile number 3. I feel like some of you are fabulous conversationalists, maybe even snobby about it at times, pile number 3. But Spirit's saying now's the time to act. So the purpose of this connection was to help you, or is to help you act and not succumb to any fears, what other people may think, what's going to happen next, but just to act and do it, okay? We could have Aries energy here too. We have the 8 of Swords. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Is it this? Is it that? Some of you guys may be thinking about 2 people as well. I see a charming devil in the background, and then I see someone who's really trying to get your attention when I feel like your guys' mind is on this charming little devil in the background, pile number 3. How interesting. I feel like some of you are saying, yeah, if you could get in my head, Natalie, you would see how interesting it really is. Well, guess what, pile number 3, I'm about to. So, knock, knock, pile number 3. Just kidding. You guys are like, what? Just kidding. But yeah, I feel like there is somebody that your mind is still on, and I feel like this person that you're currently with may not know that, or maybe you've got 2 people that you're messing around with. It's 8:10 on my clock right now. I don't know why I feel it's 8:10 with the 8 of Swords. But anyway, I feel like your guys' mind is somewhere else. You're thinking about something else, pile number 3. Someone else could be on your mind, okay? But yet you're physically screwing someone else or talking to someone else, or yeah, pile number 3. We have Mercury and mind. How interesting, pile number 3. So again, I was just talking about Mercury, and the nature of Mercury can be very changeable. Mercury is both wet and dry in traditional classical astrology. Mercury, it is not benefic or malefic. It depends on who it's with. Okay, so its nature is just to go with the flow and vogue, okay, pile number 3. And I'm seeing the letter A and the letter H and the number 9 and 7 and 97. I'm also seeing 94 and 40, okay? And I'm seeing the letter Y here and the number 8. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, pile number 3. There's a lot of stuff in your head. I feel like too, somebody here could be 39 as well. There's definitely an X on your mind, pile number 3. Or maybe it's not an X. For some of you, it's not going to be an X, but I feel like some of you wonder about someone. How could this have turned out differently? Or this could be someone that you dated, but you're still, it's not really I think it's more positive than like a shitty ex, okay? I think it's more like it's someone that you dated, but things never really had a certain ending, and so things lingered, and they're just kind of in your head, and you're like, well, I don't really know, like, what is going on here? Does this person still think of me? Do they get themselves off at the thought of me? Pile number 3, you silly little gooses. Pile number 3, that mind of yours, all right? And it may be hard for you to take action and focus. I'm also getting Libra energy. It may be hard for you. Be like an Aries right now. Once you make up your mind, pile number 3, it's time to go and take action. But maybe right now things are just kind of a mess, but in your head maybe. But I feel like the purpose of this connection is going to be probably to help clarify what's going on here. We have the 11th house and the Edge. Okay. So, you know, experimentation, all right? And I feel like you guys are thinking about your future. You're thinking about, you know, where do I want to be in the future? And what do I want? And it feels so far away, but yet I want to be able to zoom in on it and see what it is. And I feel like some of you here might be those my people on my channel who've asked my people, pile number 3, just the people that have listened to my channel before that have asked me like, who's my future spouse, right? Which I get kind of crabby at that, pile number 3, as you know, because the whole question is a little bit of a mind fuck. Because the real question we should be asking is, you know, how do I make the right decision so that I end up with someone that really cares about me and cherishes me, and so I can really have the relationship that I want to have and be intentional about that and not just fall into the same old hole as before. I'm also seeing the initial W here, could be like the name William. But yeah, pile number 3. Okay, so definitely coming through. Could be some Aquarius energy here, Gemini energy, Aries. Yeah, so yeah, pile. I don't know why I keep saying yeah. I'm just like, okay, so yeah. Because I do feel like you are thinking about your future right now. You're trying to set your eyes on something, but it's a little challenging because right now it's kind of murky. We have engagement ring. Holy shit, pile number 3. You naughty little birds, you. Partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. So again, this could really be you're thinking about who is, you know, who is my person, or who would I want to be with? Or so far, like this one person I'm not really super into. My mind is still on someone else, even though they might not be like the best choice for me. I really did resonate with that person. I feel like you guys really thinking about this issue right now, and this connection is helping you to clarify this question, pile number 3. Yeah, Spirit's saying, look in the mirror. Okay, pile number 3. So, you know, I mean, I feel like when you're deciding on if I want to be with someone for really, really long term, move in with someone, like, you know, marry someone, etc., it's easy to get lost in the fantasy, but these are also questions that make us have to look really hard in the mirror at ourselves, okay? And what it is that we want, and what it is that is going to feel like a match to us on a soul level, okay? And the key phrase here is relationships reflect our wounds and introspection. So you've definitely gone through a period of interception. Some of you may be at an intersection right now and driving, but you've definitely gone through this introspection, or this person is making you go through this introspection, because I feel like this connection may not be the one that you really want or the one that you really desire. So you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, things that make you go, pile number 3. waxing moon and growth. So believe it or not, pile number 3, this situation is causing you to dig deep within and really question what's been going on in your head. And it is ultimately going to lead to your growth. And yeah, and you two, you and this person may have a way of projecting these kind of hopes onto one another. Some of you may have heavy Neptunes in your chart, or Venus-Neptune contacts, or Mercury-Neptune contacts in your chart, which makes you very dreamy, kind of like thinking ahead to the future. We have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius, okay? So, you know, thinking bigger about, I feel like this person that you're with, I gotta be honest, pile number 3, just let me be honest for a second here. This is a general reading, so it's not gonna fit to everyone. And I feel like some of you are gonna look at me like, bitch, please. But I gotta be honest, pile number 3, that I feel like the person that you're currently with now is not necessarily the person you're gonna be with forever. And I also feel like the person that's been repeatedly on your mind is also not the person that you're gonna be with forever. And that's very good. At the end of the day, pile number 3, luck is on your side, as this card says right here. And it talks about thinking bigger, dreaming bigger, thinking bigger, and really self-discovery, okay? And just the depth of self-discovery. And at the end of the day, when it comes to relationships, you guys are gonna be very, very lucky, okay? The right person's gonna find you, pile number 3. Just try not to drive yourself crazy, you know, until it gets to that point. We have family here and circles of light. Okay, so some of you guys, I feel like wondering, like, I want to have a family, or I want to have a better family than I had, or if you had a really nice family, I'd like to have a family too. And that doesn't have to mean kids for everyone, right? Some people have kids, some don't, but it can be pets, it can be just you and your person. But I do feel like family does mean a lot to you guys, and I do feel like that's why you get excited about it. And some of you may have even been trying to decide, like, do I ultimately want to have kids? Do I want to have another child, etc.? If I met someone really great, would I want to have another child? Okay, maybe thinking about that. We have originality. Yeah, pile number 3. Your mind is very original and very fun, very cute, okay? The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. And I feel like when you're with someone, you're like, could I see myself marrying them? Could I see myself being with them for a long time? And I feel like you may get caught in your head a lot, kind of with this dialogue, pile number 3. So try not to let it be repetitive like that. Sometimes you do need to just kind of take action and get serious, you know, but it may take a minute to kind of work through what it is that you want. I'm seeing the word my, M-Y here, my, okay, my, Y-M-Y, maybe initials as well. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you guys were trying to tell me about your wild and crazy mind. Ha ha ha, Natalie, Page of Swords. You know, people always talk about the pages in the Rider-Waite Tarot like they're just diminutive characters that like are lowly. But if you ever see the Thoth deck and you see the Princess of Swords, she looks like a total badass, and she is ripping shit up, and she's playing some jokes on the astral plane for sure. Okay, and I feel like you guys, you're just thinking about stuff a lot, and you're like, you know, and maybe that's why you checked out this reading, because you're like, But it may be that this one connection that you're in, it's a little too early to tell, and the person that you still have on your mind is just kind of like, you know, I mean, maybe it was a sexy escapade with this person, pile number 3, like devil energy for sure. Like it was a sexy escapade, but I also feel like maybe some of you felt like this person was a little bit afraid of you for some reason, because I feel like this devil is like biting his fingernails, you know? So what's he so afraid of, you know? Your wild mind, pile number 3, I love it. We have the Page of Wands. So we have 2 pages here. And getting curious, right? Instead of going, well, my mind is crazy and I don't know what to think, and I'm kind of, you know, back and forth, like, do I like this person? Could I see a future with them? Is this really my person? What the F is going on? I feel like, you know, the Page of Wands is all about taking action, inspired action, doing what you love, getting curious about what you like, getting curious about why you think what you think, right? And this whole thing of, okay, now I've been in my head a lot and now I need to actually kind of take action, or actually go and check something out and give it kind of a fair chance, okay? King of Pentacles. I do feel like there is a mature, you know, there's a mature person here who, for some of you, that wants to be with you and is just kind of waiting for you guys to grow up. I gotta say, pile number 3. It's like pile number 3 and you guys are like, what? I'm fun, Natalie. And I'm like, yeah, I know pile number 3 and I love it. And you're like, I'm curious, I'm fun. I like to just do everything. And physically, I like to do everything and everyone. Yay, good for you, pile number 3. I love it. But I do feel like there's someone here, especially in your future as well, that, you know, I feel like sometimes you guys ask questions like, is this person for me? Should I put all my effort and attention on them? But yet at the same time, I feel like what you're really curious about is having an experience with someone maybe who's a little bit older, with the King of Pentacles here, but just somebody who is a bit more settled or grounded, or somebody who can be committed or provide some type of stability, kind of like a daddy, I gotta say, pile number 3. And maybe some of you drove your daddies crazy, you know? I'm getting that song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I come home in the morning light, my father says, you better live your life right. Right, pile number 3. But I love your energy. I do. I'm into it. I feel like this King of Pentacles is like, I don't know about pile number 3. You know, I'm not sure about this kind of back and forth, in and out. Like, what do you really want? So I feel like, you know, there is someone you're in a connection right now that is trying to connect with you, trying to look you in the eye while you're sexually with them or talking to them or spending time with them, yet your eyes are drifting away to something else. And I feel like what the purpose of this connection is to show you, like, you know, to get curious about something else other than what your mind has been going crazy on, and to kind of take action towards maybe getting to know someone who's a little different than maybe what you've dealt with in the past, okay? And that's not like a bad thing, pile number 3. Like, you know, I mean, like, getting curious and taking action towards, I feel like, towards something you haven't really maybe like, luck is on your side. You might as well, okay? And see what happens, you know? Yeah, so I do think this connection is going to help you clarify and take action on what it is that you want, okay? And what you want isn't going to be the same as everyone else, and that's okay. I do think you are somewhat of a free spirit, and you are very original, pile number 3, okay? It doesn't matter how old you are. Like, I don't even care. You have a youthful, young spirit, and you have a lot of originality. And so someone that's super stuffy might not be for you, or they may be a very stabilizing and grounding influence for you, allowing you to really just be yourself and fly, right? What's it gonna be, right? Pile number 3. So I feel like you're in this exploration right now with these 2 pages showing up. This is like you kind of checking things out. Now let's go ahead and see. Let's ask the tarot. Spirits, angels, and guides, what is the purpose of this connection? We have the 8 of Pentacles, so you're working through something right now. You're understanding, after I take away, because the 8 of Pentacles is like a singularity of focus, right? So I do think this connection is helping you to kind of just focus on one thing, which might be good for you for a little bit of time here, pile number 3. Let's see what else. Focus on one thing at a time. What else is this connection? What is the purpose of this connection? 2 of Swords, to get you out of limbo and help you make up your mind about something that has just been sitting in you, but hasn't really been... I feel like decisions have been made and actions have been taken, but I also feel like there's still something sitting in your head that you're going back and forth on, okay? And I do feel like this connection is going to help you clarify, what that is about. Let's see what else. Let's see what else here. Help you get off the fence, okay? We have the 7 of Wands. So talk about taking action. The 7 of Wands is really, really taking action to the point where, he's wearing 2 different shoes here. The character in this card is wearing 2 different shoes, a tall shoe and a short shoe. And it's like, wow, I didn't even have time, to change my shoe or put on two of the same shoes. And you can see he straddled over 2 different worlds with the water flowing in between, right? So this is you, I feel like, kind of having your feet in both worlds and being like, and the 7 is also, all the 7s in the tarot go back to the Chariot, which is also a 7, right? So 7 is the Lord of Valor. So it's about, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stand my ground, and it doesn't matter what other people think, but this is what I want. And it's definitely a card about action, for sure. We just don't want to be like hastily making decisions or taking hasty actions, okay? And it is important to think about things, of course, before we take action so that we can, chart the right course. We have Knight of Cups. So I definitely feel like, and here's the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And some of you may really be into, it may be a King of Wands that you've been thinking about, which is a Sagittarius on the bottom of the deck here. Okay, I'm talking about, or just someone that you associate with the King of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. But I feel like what you're doing here is you're becoming emotionally available with this Knight of Cups to new opportunities. And the Knight is offering the Ace of Cups. So I do feel like you guys are eventually going to be taking action, coming out of indecision, being able to focus on one thing, and then offer your cup up to, the greatest contender, pile number 3, to the one you want the most. And you got to be willing to take an emotional risk. If you're still thinking about someone, then, go talk to them and see what's up, right? But at the same time, the Knight of Cups doesn't give the cup lightly. It's very, it's scorpionic energy. So it basically is a very deep, intimate night. It's very deep and intimate, and it's not giving its cup lightly. So I think that's something that you guys are deciding, like, where do I want to invest my emotional energy? Where do I want to invest my emotional energy? So pile number 3, I think this connection is helping to clarify this for you, my beautiful pile number 3s. Don't forget, luck is on your side, okay? And for those of you that would like to go deeper with me and ask more about this connection and get messages from this person, you can go ahead and follow me to the extended reading. Just make sure you click the link in my description box below to take you to my Vimeo channel, and make sure you choose pile number 3. So thank you so much, pile number 3. Do leave me a comment. Let me know how you felt about the reading. And I really enjoyed your energy, pile number 3. It was a pleasure to read for you. And I hope to see you again soon, my loves. Take care.